Hello, students. Welcome, welcome. Okay. So, as you know, it is Monday, and that means we are starting a new lesson for this week. Okay. So, last week, if you haven't watched those lessons, they're still up. You can go watch them anytime. Last week, we did expressions regarding moon that have moon in them. But this week, we're going to do something a little different. Oh, hold on. Oh, good morning. Hello. Hello, Agam. Hello, Ibrahim. Nice to have you here. Oh, hello, Keep You. Nice to see you guys. Thank you for joining. Oh, Mahmood, nice to see you. Oh, hello, Jalil. Nice, from the Philippines. Is it the afternoon there too? It's almost 1:30 here in the afternoon. Oh, hello, Yosef. Hello. I love seeing all the familiar faces in the comments. Oh, hello. Hello, hello. I'm doing well. Okay. So it looks like we have some people in here. Hello, Fitri. Hello, Sagar. Hello, Orlando. Nice to have you here. Okay, so now that we've got some people, let's see. Should we start the lesson? Do you think we should start? Okay. Oh, nice. Yeah, it is about, it's 1:11 in the afternoon here where I am. Oh, hello, teacher. It's Osas from Mars. Hello, hello. Okay, so today we're gonna go over some basic grammar that I think everyone can brush up on. So no matter what level of English you are, I think this lesson is a little bit helpful. Okay, hello. Okay, so today we're gonna learn ever or never. Okay, so maybe you guys know the basic gist of when to use ever and when to use never. So we often hear ever with questions like, have you ever been bungee jumping? Have you ever been to the Philippines? Right? Have you ever done something? We can also use this with questions like, do you ever? So, do you ever skip breakfast? Do you ever skip breakfast? So, as like a routine, do you ever? Okay. So, really quick, ever means at any time, and never means at no time, right? But they can kind of be used similarly. So let's just go over that. As you know, never is, negative. I never said that. It means I didn't say it even one time. 0 times I said it. I never said that. Okay? We can do the same with ever. We can use ever in the negative also. So we can say, I didn't ever say that. I didn't ever say that. And that is the same as I never said that. Okay? I have never been to Japan, but I want to go there one day. Good sentence. Oh, hello, Anna. Nice to see you. That is a perfect sentence. So I have never been to Japan, but I'd like to go there. Perfect. That is a great sentence. So usually, like questions, have you ever been to Japan? I've never been to Japan. But if you have been to Japan, maybe you wouldn't say, I have ever been to Japan. I know some of my students say, if I ask, oh, have you ever been to Japan? They say, yes, I have ever been there. But we don't say ever in like the positive response like that. You can just say, yes, I've been there. I have been there. Oh, I've never seen a pandemic like COVID-19. Very good, Anna. Yes, very good. So you could say, I've never seen a pandemic like COVID-19. Or I haven't ever seen a pandemic like COVID-19. So you can use both in that kind of sentence. Very good. Good job. Oh, so Turdiliev, oh no, I can't say your name, sorry, said, I have never been, here, I can actually put your comment on the screen. So this person said, Jalil, have you ever been to the Philippines? So here, remember, in front of countries that are islands, small islands, we say the. So have you ever been to the Philippines? Actually, I have never been to the Philippines. I would love to go, though. Very good. Okay, and another person said, I have never been to the USA. I have never been to the USA. Very good. Okay, awesome. Okay, so let's look at some exercises to see if we can really get a hang of ever or never, okay? So let's see. I've got my trusty whiteboard again. This is the easiest way for me. Okay, so I've got my whiteboard. Ooh, I'm going to move over a little bit. Okay. Ooh, so Mahmoud said never instead of haven't ever. Let's see. Never instead of haven't ever. So you can say never and you can say haven't ever. But if you want to make it really short, usually we say never, and that's perfectly fine. Okay. Oh, Anna said, have you ever thought that you were in a class with a mask? No. Actually, in Japan, people wear masks a lot when they're sick. But I never thought that it would be like this, where it's mandatory that we wear a mask. It's kind of crazy these days. A very good question, Anna. Have you ever thought? Very good. Oops. Corey, hello. Okay, very good. So let's see here. Okay. Oh, can you see me? Am I here? My screen was frozen. Can you see me okay? Oh my gosh, that scared me. My whole screen was frozen. Okay. Okay, let's try. So number 1 is very simple. I think we can do this easily together. So remember, ever means at any time and never means at no time. Okay, so number 1, have you been skiing? Oh, wow, I see a bunch of answers already. Very good. Okay, so Anna said number 1 was ever. Very good. Okay. Have you been skiing? I'll give you one more second. Okay, Safin said ever. Very good. Oh, it's okay if you're just coming in now. No problem. Okay, so number 1, I'm going to put the answer here. It's easier for me to write. Number 1. Da, 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 da. I think most of you were correct. Very good. Have you ever been skiing? Have you ever been skiing? That is a very simple question, right? And this is probably the most times you will use ever when you speak. Have you ever been skiing? Okay. Very good. Oh, it's okay, Khan, if you're just coming in. We're just starting, so don't worry. I've only been just chatting with the chat for a little bit. Okay. Oh my gosh, my throat. Number 2. So this one is a little bit tricky. Don't speak to me again. Don't speak to me again. So here we already have a negative. Don't, do not. Okay, so number 2. Okay, I see a lot of nevers. I see one ever. Let's see. So don't. And the actual answer for number 2 is ever. Don't ever speak to me again. So don't ever. So because we have don't here, we can't put never. So we wouldn't say don't never because it's two negatives, right? But don't ever speak to me again. It means never speak to me again, right? So this is just another way to say it. Don't ever speak to me again. It's kind of like when you're very angry and you want to use emphasis to stress. Don't ever talk to me again. So you might see this in movies, or if you're fighting with someone in English, they might say, don't ever do that. Don't ever talk to me again. Don't ever call me again. It means never, okay? So number 3 is the same sentence, but there's no don't. So number 3, speak to me again. Oh, very good. I already see some correct answers. Very good. Number 3, never speak to me again. Never speak to me again. Ooh, Abdul, you're very fast. Very good. Number 3, never speak to me again. So these have the number 2 and number 3 have the same meanings. Number 2 might be a little bit stronger in my opinion. Don't ever speak to me again. Never speak to me again. Maybe that's very just to the point. Okay. Now let's try number 4. I have been to the US, but I'd like to go. I think this one is kind of easy. I have been to the US, but I'd like to go. Oh, very good. Very good, very good. Safin, good job. So I have never. So this is a very simple one. I have never been to the US. And remember, we need the US because United States, it's made up of many states. So we say the United States. We don't say the America because America is one, I guess, when you say it, there's no S at the end, right? So the United States, okay? I have never been to the US, the United States, but I'd like to go. Very good. Number 5. This is tricky. So, oh, sorry, this is not that tricky. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. Okay, number 5. Do you study in the morning? Do you study in the morning? Oh, very good. I see a bunch of correct answers. Anna, very good. Oh, Gonzalo, very good. Safin, Agam, very good. Oh, I see a lot. Okay. Do you ever study in the morning? Let me know in the comments if you ever study in the morning. Do you ever study in the morning? Very good. Okay. And the last one, number 6. This is a little bit tricky. We have 2 spaces, so that means we're going to use 2 words. But which combination? Number 6. I would lie to you. I would lie to you. I would lie to you. Okay, so this one is strong emphasis. Wow, Anna, very good. Very good. I would never, ever lie to you. I would never, ever lie to you. Oh, very good. I see a bunch of correct answers. Oh, very good. Agam, Amir, very good. Yes, good job. I would never, ever lie to you. So when you want to emphasize or stress something, I would never, ever cheat on a test. I would never, ever say something like that. So this is used when we are emphasizing that we would 100% not do something. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so some people are asking why we say like this. So I would never, ever. So this is like here, don't ever speak to me again. Sometimes we are using this ever as an emphasis for something negative. So when we put never, so it means at any time, at no time, right? So never, at no time, would I ever lie to you, if that makes sense. So I wouldn't think about it too much. It's just something that we tend to say. I would never, ever do that. I would never, ever lie to you. Okay, it's just when you want to emphasize, you could say, I would never lie to you. That is totally fine. That is correct. But if you want to have some emotion, if you're speaking with a friend and you want your friend to believe you, I would never, ever lie to you. You can say never, ever. Okay, very good. So let's see. I'll go over them again. Does anyone have any questions? If you have any questions, you can write them in the comments. Also, please ask the community, like, have you ever done something? Have you ever been to India? Have you ever been to Iraq, Afghanistan? You can ask some interesting questions, and then as a community, everybody who's watching the lesson can answer these questions, right? So let's have a community dialogue. Okay. And I just wanted to give you some bonus information. So usually our questions are like, have you ever been skiing? But if you are surprised that somebody has never been skiing, if somebody looks like they're a pro athlete and you say, and they say, oh, I'd love to try skiing. You could say, have you never been skiing before? Have you never been skiing? Have you never been skiing? It's kind of, wow, have you never? Not even one time? You're kind of asking in an exaggerated way. Have you never been skiing? Really? Like, it's unbelievable. But usually we just tend to ask questions like this. Have you ever been skiing? Okay. Oh, very good. I have never, ever been to Japan. Very good. Oh, okay. So Ellen, could you explain the difference between never and ever? I arrived late. Okay, no problem. So ever means at any time. We usually use this for questions, like, have you ever been skiing? So even one time or 2 times, 10 times. But we can also use it in the negative, similar to never. So like number 2, if we have a negative here, don't ever speak to me again. It is the same as never speak to me again. Okay? And then we can also use it in this type of question. Do you ever? So as like a routine, do you ever skip breakfast? Do you ever shower in the morning? Do you ever take a bath at night? Do you ever? And then here, somebody asked to explain the last one again. I would never, ever lie to you. This is simply for dramatics, for exaggerating, and for stressing that you would never lie to someone. So I would never, ever do that. Like 100%, not anytime. I wouldn't ever do that. Okay? Is that understandable? Have you ever been on Mars? What a good question. Let's see if people can ask, if you can answer this question. Have you ever been to Mars? Have you ever been to Mars? It's a very good, interesting question. So please leave some interesting questions like this one. It's quite funny. Okay, so I'm just going to go over them really quick. Ever means at any time. Never means at no time. Number 1, so listen to my pronunciation also. Have you ever been skiing? Have you ever been skiing? If you expected someone has been skiing before, but are surprised that they might not have, you could say, oh, have you never been skiing before? Really? I don't believe it. Okay. Number 2, Don't ever speak to me again. Don't ever speak to me again. So when we say don't ever, the T in don't becomes silent. Don't never speak to me again. Number 3, never speak to me again. More direct, never speak to me again. Number 4, I have never been to the US, but I'd like to go. I've never been to the US, but I'd like to go. Remember, for US, we need the. Also for the Philippines, okay? And number 5, do you ever study in the morning? Do you ever study in the morning? Do you ever study in the morning? And number 6, I would never ever lie to you. I would never ever lie to you. This is for emphasis, stress. Okay, very good. Ooh, have you ever been to Egypt? Very good question. Have you ever been to Egypt? Has anyone ever been to Egypt here? I have never been to Egypt. I would love to go. I would really like to go to Egypt someday. Are you from the US? Yes, I am. I'm from the US and I am currently living in Tokyo teaching English. Okay, good questions, guys. Can we say never instead of never ever? Yes. So if you saying never ever is just emphasizing more. It's more like emotional. So you could totally say, I would never lie to you. That is okay. It just depends on the situation and how you want to speak, how you want to talk. So if you want to emphasize, I would never ever lie to you. Trust me, please. You could say never ever. But if you want to be very serious, I would never lie to you. That is totally okay. Very good. Oh, good. Have you ever been to Vietnam? Have you ever been to Vietnam? No, I haven't. I live in Japan, so I'm very close. I'm in Asia. I would love to visit Vietnam too. Maybe after this pandemic, I would love to visit a lot of different countries. Very good. Oh, don't never ever do video live again on Facebook. Go YouTube. So do you mean you want me to do live streams only on YouTube? Do you use YouTube more? I could totally do more live streams on YouTube. Very good. Okay. So some very, very good questions. Ooh, have you ever been to China? I have not. Well, that's not true. I've been to China for a very short time, but I don't count it. Oh, I never ever see the snow. I never ever see snow. This is a good example of emphasis here. I never ever see snow. So maybe you're living in a very hot country or a very dry country. I never ever see snow. Good job. Okay. Oh, Anna, very nice. I've never seen a nice teacher like you. Oh, you're so nice. Thank you for joining. I have never ever had these many great students in my class before. Thank you. Okay. So that's it for today's lesson. I might go live on YouTube in a few hours. I'm not sure. I don't know how many of you will be available in about 2 hours, but I'm still thinking. I might go live on YouTube. So let me know if you'd like me to go live on YouTube later. You can leave it in the comments. And please continue the conversation, asking each other, have you ever, would you ever, what would you never ever do? You can ask those kind of questions, and I'll look at all of your comments too. Thank you so much. Okay, so I will see you either on YouTube or in tomorrow's lesson. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye, everyone.